In November, one of my sisters and her friend came to Aruba for a visit. They were also witnesses to the antics of these people. They said that it was their first and last visit to Aruba. They would not be returning. With all that was going on, bombs being thrown at our fence at all hours, loud music, threats being called at us, Bert, my husband, took a heart attack. But we were told that because the bombs were not thrown in our yard, there was nothing that could be done. There was also a time when a bomb like fireworks were set off while the police were standing in our yard, and they did absolutely nothing. They said because they didn't see the person who threw it. Because Bert was not well, and my other sister arrived in December, while she was here, there were about 30 to 40 people in the yard of 37, drinking, yelling, out in the road, and loud music, etc. She couldn't believe it. 2 nights before she was to leave to go back to Canada, we had been at the beach in the afternoon and came home to get ready to go out for supper. We had only been in the house maybe 15 minutes when a bomb was thrown onto the roof of our home and into the front yard by our kitchen window. We went out to see what was going on, and while we were at the fence looking over, Shahara came up to the fence asking what was our problem now. I told her the bombs being thrown at our house was our problem. Her and I had words, and before I knew what was happening, there was about 20 of them out in front of their house, throwing rocks, beer bottles, dishes at us, etc. Shahara came out to the fence, pulled my hair, and then punched me in the face. When I finally got released from her, I started back to the patio and then was hit in the shoulder with a rock. My sister, who works for the police department in Barrie, Ontario, Canada, for the past 16 years, called the police about 5 times, telling them that someone has to come. There's a gang riot outside. She said she had never seen or heard of anything like this during all of her time working in the department, and she has seen and heard a lot. While I was at the back of the house, Bert had gone to the carport as they were throwing rocks at the car. The one throwing the rocks at the car was the daughter of the family living at 37 Verano, and he could identify her with no problem. Of course, by the time the officers on bikes arrived, everyone had disappeared into the house, lights were turned off, and all was quiet. It was so bad that night that my sister went and hid in the bedroom.